I will present about case study number 2, question A. The question is provide an economic analysis. Based on the picture in the question, in the second quarter of 2021, Malaysia's annual rate GDP growth rate was 16.1%, reflecting a growing dependence on robust external demand over time. The period annual rate for 2020 indicated in the data above decreased to negative 17.2% in the same quarter. The international demand for Malaysia varied by industry in 2021. 9.1% of manufacturing demand in 2021 come from foreign demand, showing the industry focus on international markets.
The business cycle diagram shows the fluctuation in the nation aggregate output and unemployment rate. The pace of Malaysian economy can be seen by using business cycle diagram. The diagram shows the 4 phases an economy experiences over the long run, which is peak, recession, trough, and recovery. For the peak phase of business cycle is when the increase in the growth rate reaches its maximum level. The third phase is the lowest point of the business cycle, where the business is producing at full capacity and the economy is at a fully employment. Next, the recession phase begins when a period during which aggregate outputs decline. Lastly, the recovery phase, which is period during which aggregate outputs expand.
Today I will present question C. First, peak. The peak phase of the business cycle is when the increase in growth rate reaches its maximum level. This situation shows that the economy is experiencing very high inflation and very low unemployment. There is a progressive reduction in demand for various items during the peak phase as input price rise. Currently, the economic growth rate is very high. Next is recession. The recession phase begins when the drop in product demand becomes rapid and consistent. Other economic factors such as production, price, saving, and investment fall during a recession. Economic activity is slowing down and the rate of economic growth is decreasing but still positive. Inflation drops and employment begins to rise. The next is trough, the lowest point of a business cycle where the business is producing at full capacity and the economy is at full employment. At this stage, economic activity declines and the rate of economic growth is negative. This situation shows that the economy is experiencing very low inflation and very high employment.
Answer question C for recovery and expansion. Recovery, a period during which aggregate outputs expands. Increase in consumption then will result to increase in employment level, output, income, wages, price, and profit. Economic activity is increasing and the rate of economic growth is increasing, but it's still negative, which is a negative is getting smaller. This situation shows that the economy is experiencing low inflation, employment is increasing, and unemployment is decreasing. Next, expansion. During the expansion phase, several economic factors such as production, employment, output, wages, profit, product demand and supply, and sales increase. Furthermore, during the expansion phase, both factors of production and output price rise at the same time. This situation shows the occurrence of economic development. Economic activity is increasing and the rate of economic growth is increasing. Inflation begins to increase and unemployment decrease.
Okay, for question D1, state one economic policy that government should implement for every place. One of the economic policy that the government needs to implement is to restore Malaysians economy which decline after the movement control order, which is MCO, due to COVID-19, which caused massive unemployment and increase in the price of goods in the economic market and an increase in the cost of living. Therefore, the government needs to provide more job opportunities for Malaysians to achieve full employment. With this, unemployment in Malaysia can be reduced and restore the Malaysian economy. In fact, that the cloud of private sector can conduct business operation openly and privately.
Today for question D2, briefly explain the role of the proposed economic policy. The role of economic policy to restore Malaysia's economy is to reopen robots and restriction on tourism activities that result in the closure of international borders. With this, we will stimulate the national economy again with the entry of foreign tourists into our country. Second, the government needs to reauthorize the production of Malaysian goods to other countries, which is export activity. With this, it can boost the Malaysian economy, which is deteriorating due to COVID-19. Third, by building resilience through the Prihatin economic stimulus package to improve the ability of the people and the economy. This can increase the cost of living of the people. For implementing an economic recovery strategy to face the new normal, orderly and controlled economic organization needs to be implemented to overcome the continuing economic recession. Fifth, strengthen or revitalize the economy for future survival and reorganize or reform the economic structure to allow the country and the people to step into an era of changed life and redevelopment of the new world economy.